I acted a lot alongside him. So then we got to know each other very well. And he's just a very supportive, loving man. I really enjoyed working with him.
Congratulations on your movie, Yakuza Princess. I really enjoyed it. It's such an original film,
Yes, thank you.
right?
Yeah, I think it's really unique.
Yeah, so you play an orphan, but turns out you're an heir to a big Yakuza dynasty.
Right.
And then along the way, somebody is training you because they know what your future holds. So it's an amazing movie, and you get to do a lot of swordplay. So how much fun was that?
Well, it was a little bit challenging for me because I'm scared of pointy things. I'm also scared of butter knives. I'm scared of anything that has a pointy end. So in the beginning, I had a lot of getting used to with the sword fighting.
And it's an interesting story because it's a Japanese inspired story, but it takes place in Brazil. A lot of people don't know, well, I didn't even know that there's a large Japanese population there, right?
Yeah, largest next to Japan. So there's a huge population there. I think it's really cool that the story is a cross culture between Japan and Brazil because there are Yakuzas in Brazil as well, Japanese Brazilian Yakuzas, and there are the Japanese Yakuzas. And so the cross cultural element, I think, is what makes it really unique as well in this movie.
And talk about working with Jonathan Rhys-Meyers. I didn't even recognize him. I was like, that guy looks so familiar. And then so he gets to do some action. So what was it like working with him?
Right. Jonathan was amazing. He was very supportive from the get-go. He was giving me a lot of tips with acting and how to move. And, I acted a lot alongside him. So then we got to know each other very well. And he's just a very supportive, loving man. I really enjoyed working with him.
And you mentioned he helped you with the acting because you're multi-talented. You're also an artist, and you have a single coming up. You opened up for Moby. So it's
Yeah.
really impressive who you opened up for before. So can you talk about for transitioning or working with both
Yeah.
talents?
I never thought of doing acting before. And when I met Jonathan, I had only seriously studied acting for 3 months. So then I told that to Jonathan. I said, I only have 3 months of really, serious acting experience. And this is my first time everything. So I need you to support me. I need a lot of your support. And then he was like, of course, I'm going to support you all the way. You don't have to worry anything about that. So I was very lucky that I got to work with him and get his support.
Well, on top of acting, I mean, not only do you have to learn the art of acting, but the art of action, so it's kind of, I mean, it's a big way to kick it off, right?
Absolutely, right? Yeah, so most of the stunts I did on my own, and the martial arts, the sword fighting, the kendo, there was a lot that I've never done before. So I really got to get to know my production team in Brazil, and also my husband, who is a martial artist. He's actually a US champion, so he played a big role in it as well, helping me get ready for the role.
And that's what's so cool about the movie, that everything is not CGI. I mean, you can't really fake you fighting, right? And that's the deal. Same thing with Jonathan Rhys-Meyers. We don't know him for action. So you can't really fake it because it's swordplay. So that's kind of what was cool about the movie. And I had just watched it after watching Shang-Chi.
Mhm.
And it's so nice to see natural martial arts, because it's been too, fantasized. And so
Yeah.
this kind of grounds martial arts, doesn't it?
Wow, I didn't look at it that way. I haven't seen Shang-Chi. Haven't got to see it yet, but I understand what you mean. Yeah. There was many great martial artists that was on set there. And like I said, again, I got to spend a whole month of training with them. So I hope I did a good enough job. I had a really fun time.
Well, you look like a pro.
Thank you so much.
When I
Wow.
was reading your bio, I'm like, oh, she's a newbie. Like, I didn't even guess it.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so kind of you.
So now that you've had your taste of acting, do you want to broaden your horizons and do some more?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, the past 2 years I've been prioritizing acting, and I've been getting a lot of opportunities. So I'm so grateful for that. And I would love to do more different types of acting. This was a great start for me, but there's just so much more different genres to experience, right? So
What
I'm
would
looking.
you, and then you're representing. So how does it feel that now that it seems like more doors are open, how is it good to see movies that represent that and not just like one viewpoint?
Right. I keep saying this, but for me, it's not just that Asian American woman is being represented here. It's a Japanese woman for me that is being represented. That means a lot to me because growing up, I have not seen a lot of, well, coming out here, I haven't seen a lot of Japanese women take a lead or take an important role in Hollywood movie or international movie. So for me, it's a big win. I would like to see more Japanese women come out here, and I want the world to see that there are more talented actors from Japan. And so that's what really excites me.
And what do you think it is about the Yakuza? I mean, like along with the Italian mob and Narcos, what is it about that world that you think attracts people? Because I mean, they do film after film, and I guess we just can't get enough of them because it's just such an exciting thing to watch, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's a lot of the honor code and the rules that run deep with our Japanese culture. But I think what's really cool with this movie, though, is that we are talking about Japanese Yakuza, but then we're also talking about Japanese Brazilian Yakuzas and the different mafia that is in Brazil too. So, and I'm also Japanese Brazilian in the film. So it's about very much so the two cultures coming together and blending. And it's not just one aspect of it, but the international aspect of it, I think makes the movie different and interesting.
Yeah, that's what I found so interesting. Is it so? I mean, you're not the director or the writer, but is it true? I mean, do they have Yakuza? Are they present in Brazil?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because the community, the Japanese community there is so huge that they are Yakuzas there as well. But I would say probably more Brazilian Japanese Yakuzas.
Well, that's what's so interesting about the movie. It's like it takes you to a different world that a lot of people don't know about,
Yeah, because there's a lot of Yakuza movies out there, but this is new. And I think also because the director is Brazilian, authentic Brazilian, then a lot of the Japanese casts were authentically Japanese. So then we could tell when something wasn't authentic, then, we were able to put in our input there to try to make it as authentic as it is for both sides.
So we could easily, at the end, we kind of see like, oh, this could be a sequel. There could be a sequel in the works because now that she knows her rightful place, right? Is that like an exciting, I mean, nobody ever wants to talk about before the movie comes out, but if it happened, would you be up for it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would love to work with Jonathan again. I would love to work with Vicenci and the entire team. I had such a great time and I'm looking forward to it, whatever comes. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Like I said, I really like the film just because of the originality, just new, different locations and the characters. So congratulations on that.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so happy.
All right, thank you. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Okay, bye.